Have you ever heard terrible news and thought, I cannot imagine going through that? Yeah, that's one of the most powerful empathy phrases native English speakers use every single day. Today, you're going to master this expression and learn how to talk about difficult situations with compassion and natural English. This is important stuff. All right, here's the plan. First, you'll listen to a touching conversation about showing empathy and gratitude. Then, we'll explore vocabulary that helps you express feelings and support for others. After that, you'll practice answering questions to build your speaking confidence. And finally, the shadowing practice, where you'll speak with genuine emotion and natural rhythm. Let's get started. Let's jump into part 1, listening practice. You're about to hear two people discussing a tragic event and reflecting on gratitude. Just relax. Focus on the emotions and the way they express empathy. Okay? Here we go. Hey, did you catch the evening broadcast yesterday? No, I missed it. What's going on? There was a massive apartment building fire downtown. Dozens of families have been displaced from their homes. Oh my goodness, that's heartbreaking. I cannot imagine losing everything like that in an instant. Yeah, me neither. It must be absolutely terrifying for those families. Was anyone seriously hurt in the incident? Several individuals were taken to the medical center for treatment, but thankfully, there were no fatalities. Well, that's a relief at least. Still, I cannot imagine the emotional trauma they're experiencing right now. Absolutely, it really puts things in perspective and makes me appreciate what I have in my life. Same here. You know, it reminds us that we should always show compassion to people around us. You never know what someone might be going through behind closed doors. That's so true. Everyone's fighting battles we know nothing about. Beautiful conversation, right? Now let me tell you why this type of English is so valuable. When native speakers discuss serious or emotional topics, they use specific phrases to show empathy and understanding. Expressions like, I cannot imagine, aren't just words. They're a way of connecting with someone's pain and showing genuine compassion. And here's something important. Learning to express empathy in English will help you build deeper relationships with English speakers. Whether you're talking to colleagues, friends, or even strangers, knowing how to respond compassionately makes you sound more natural and culturally aware. These aren't just vocabulary words, they're life skills. All right, moving to part 2, vocabulary time. Let me break down the key expressions from this conversation. First, the star phrase, I cannot imagine. This means something is so difficult or intense that you can't picture yourself in that situation. For example, I cannot imagine raising 5 children on my own. She's incredibly strong. Next, injury. This refers to physical harm or damage to the body, like the athlete suffered a knee injury during the championship game. Then we have, that's a relief. You use this expression when something worrying turns out okay and you feel a sense of comfort. For instance, I thought I failed the exam, but I passed. That's a relief. And finally, going through. This means experiencing a difficult or challenging situation. Example, he's going through a tough time at work right now, so let's be supportive. Oh, and guys, here's the truth. Repetition is absolutely essential for fluency. The more you watch this video, practice these emotional expressions, and repeat the exercises, the more naturally they'll come to you in real conversations. Yeah, that's how you internalize the language. Now, part 3, listen and answer practice. I'm going to ask you questions about the conversation. Your job is to answer out loud with confidence. Don't overthink it. Just speak. Ready? Let's do this. Hey, did you catch the evening broadcast yesterday? Did Chris watch a cooking show yesterday? No, he didn't watch a cooking show. What did Chris watch yesterday? The evening broadcast. He watched the evening news broadcast. Did Elena watch the news yesterday? No, she didn't. She missed it. There was a massive apartment building fire downtown. Dozens of families have been displaced. What happened downtown? There was a fire. Me neither. It must be absolutely terrifying for those families. Did Chris feel the same way as Elena? Yes, he did. He felt the same way. Was anyone seriously hurt in the incident? Several individuals were taken to the medical center, but thankfully, there were no fatalities. Did anyone go to the medical center? Yes, several people did. Several individuals went to the medical center. Why did those people go to the medical center? Because they were injured in the fire. Did anyone die in the fire? No, they didn't. There were no fatalities. Well, that's a relief at least. Still, I cannot imagine the trauma they're experiencing. Was Elena relieved that no one died? Yes, she was. She said that's a relief. Can Elena understand the trauma they're experiencing? No. She can't. She cannot imagine the trauma. It really makes me appreciate what I have in my life. How does Chris feel after hearing the news? He feels grateful. He appreciates what he has. Same here. 1. We should always show compassion to people around us. What should we always do? We should show compassion. We should always show compassion to others. Why should we be compassionate? Because people may be going through difficulties. You never know what someone might be going through. Who said we should show compassion? Elena said that. Elena said we should always show compassion. Everyone's fighting battles we know nothing about. What did Chris say about people? Everyone's fighting battles. Everyone's fighting battles we know nothing about. Excellent work. Now, part 4, shadowing practice. This is where you embody the emotion and rhythm of native speakers. Listen carefully, then repeat immediately with the same feeling. Take turns with both roles. If it's too fast, pause and practice at your own pace, okay? Hey, did you catch the evening broadcast yesterday? There was a massive apartment building fire downtown. Dozens of families have been displaced from their homes. Yeah, me neither. It must be absolutely terrifying for those families. Several individuals were taken to the medical center for treatment, but thankfully, there were no fatalities. Absolutely. It really puts things in perspective and makes me appreciate what I have in my life. No, I missed it. What's going on? Oh my goodness, that's heartbreaking. I cannot imagine losing everything like that in an instant. Was anyone seriously hurt in the incident? Well, that's a relief at least. Still, I cannot imagine the emotional trauma they're experiencing right now. Same here. You know, it reminds us that we should always show compassion to people around us. You never know what someone might be going through behind closed doors. That's so true. Everyone's fighting battles we know nothing about. You did an amazing job today. Now, here's what I want you to take away from this lesson. Learning English isn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about learning to communicate with heart. Yeah, seriously. When you can express empathy, gratitude, and compassion in English, you connect with people on a deeper level. So here's my advice. Watch this video multiple times. Practice saying these emotional expressions until they feel natural. And most importantly, use them in your real conversations. When someone shares a struggle, try saying, "I cannot imagine what you're going through." When good news comes, say, "That's a relief." These phrases will make you sound more natural and more human. I'm Vey from English Mastery Podcast, and I'm so grateful you're here learning with me. Remember, language is about connection, compassion, and understanding. Keep practicing, stay empathetic, and you'll not only speak better English, you'll become a better communicator in every language. I'll see you in the next lesson. And remember, everyone's going through something, so always be kind.